description. Studio content, lives, there, copy, paste. How about my studios? Start the stream here. Good to go. No, not that. We're still alive. We're still alive. Alive, alive, alive. We're still alive. We're still alive. Alive, 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 alive. What was that?
My mom sewed my raccoon together.
Did she?
Yeah, look.
Oh, you can't even tell. A little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's got a little scar. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes after they sew it does rip. Alright, got the bee back, we got that back. We are back in business. Maybe we should do a couple of midstream posts. I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh, that's not what I want. Be right back. Let's see any midstream posts. Midstream posts. If there's any midstream posts. God is an awesome God. He rings. Oh, new tab, one new window. Time for a new battery. We need X. We need Facebook. Nina Lynn. Ew, what's with her hair? She actually looks bad. Horrible there. Because she has no makeup on, that's why. What, she's stealing? For what? She makes money. Hey, what's that? Well, thank you, people, for the follow on my X page. Anything else happening? Oh, yeah. Online human connection will be Vogue 2026. Trust. Yeah, no. I don't want to be in contact with people. I'm good. I'm good being a hermit. People frustrate me too much. No, we're not falling for that. Insta. I should have restarted my computer while I had the stream accidentally turned off. Yeah. Insta midstream post. I don't have anybody else to do for me. No, not that one. Kick streamer, mid streamer, gaming, streaming now. Streamer life, watch live, streaming live, Twitch stream, mid stream. Oops. Mid stream go. And then we're good there. Yeah, we'll just delete that at the beginning. That. Oops. Delete. I got too much. Get rid of Twitch streamer then. Without you, I will blue. Na, 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 na. Yes, I remove kick. Sorry, punched you guys. Didn't mean to. Stream abuse. All right. I think we're good. Old.
86 people have been charged in a rampant and widespread fraud scheme spanning multiple 86 people have been charged in a rampant and widespread fraud scheme spanning multiple programs in Minnesota. Of those 86, 78 of those people are Somali, 91% of them charged. So far, 59 of those people have been convicted for their roles in fraud plots that have stolen $1 billion from taxpayers.
Tampon Tim needs to go down. Ladies and gentlemen, there's currently a whole of government effort by the Trump administration to crush the Somali fraud rings that have been going on for years in Minnesota. Things are escalating hour by hour. Various bodies within the federal government are launching investigations, and more bombshell reports keep coming out, including whistleblowers involved in the Minnesota government. Tim Walz isn't the only official in complete panic right now. Even Keith Ellison, the Attorney General in Minnesota, allegedly pledged to help the Somali fraudsters in exchange for campaign donations.
It goes deep, doesn't it?
From the American Experiment. Here's a shocking finding Caroline Levitt brought up at the press conference earlier today.
And jeopardize the safety of law-abiding American citizens. In fact, according to a new bombshell report from the New York Times, Somalian migrants in Minnesota have defrauded nearly $1 billion in taxpayer-funded benefits under Democrat Governor Walz's leadership. President Trump is putting an end to this dangerous America Last approach. His position is rooted in common sense. In the wake of last week's atrocity, and jeopardize
$1 billion, people. I actually think it's higher than that. But if you have the New York Times writing about $1 billion getting stolen by Somalis, you know it's really bad. Here's a Somali resident today on CBS admitting that Trump is right about the Somalis committing fraud.
I'm not comfortable sometimes because when I drive, when I'm sitting somewhere, not comfortable like before.
She says the president's recent focus on the Somali community is unnerving.
What he said, we've affected all communities. We know some people, they make fraud, but not all.
We know some people, they make fraud, but not all. No one ever said every Somali was literally...
Perfect pause, by the way, George. Perfect pause.
Them committing it. That's a stunning admission. This isn't an allegation that comes out of nowhere. And by the way, the United States isn't the only place in the world experiencing fraud committed by Somalis. In the UK, a Somalian was involved in £250,000 in fraud using false identities. Also in Canada, 157 Somalian refugees came with fraudulent passports, misrepresentation in refugee claims, etc. In Australia, people smuggling and passport fraud rings. In Norway, lying, of course. In Norway, over 100 Somalian women committed divorce fraud for income support, claimed they were sole providers then had more children with ex-husbands, and were getting like 80,000 euros per family. More fraud in Norway to gain access to welfare benefits. In Sweden, thousands of registrants have been found committing residency and benefits fraud as well, registering for welfare payments while living abroad. The source of this data are the governments themselves. Somalis are involved in a lot of things. So going back to this lady, it's not all Somalians, but it appears to be a Somalian.
A good majority
like
is
9 times out of 10. And here's some major breaking news. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent posted that at his direction, the United States Department of Treasury is investigating allegations that under the feckless management of the Biden regime and Governor Tim Walz, hardworking Minnesotans' tax dollars may have been diverted to the terrorist organization Al-Shabaab. We will share our findings as our investigation continues. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a major new step. And here's Caroline Levitt ripping apart the mainstream media, who said migrants like the Somalis are crucial to America's character.
I'll tell you what does not add to our nation's character and integrity is refugees who come here under the alleged plight of asylum and fleeing persecution, and then come to the United States to abuse our system and rip off American taxpayers. And
hard enough to rip it off. Why not work?
To their credit, it was about 6 months too late, but they did write about how Somali immigrants in Minnesota have been ripping off American taxpayers. In fact, 86 people have been charged in a rampant and widespread fraud scheme spanning multiple programs in Minnesota. Of those 86, 78 of those people are Somali, 91% of them charged. So far, 59 of those people have been convicted for their roles in fraud plots that have stolen $1 billion
$1 billion plus.
In one scheme, and this is egregious, a nonprofit and its affiliates with these Somali migrants claimed to have fed tens of thousands of American children during the pandemic. They were reimbursed for those meals by taxpayers. However, federal prosecutors found that almost all of those meals were never even delivered to hungry children. In fact, those organizations' leaders spent the money on houses, luxury cars, and real estate in Turkey and Kenya. Another scheme involved hundreds of organizations who were reimbursed for services that were supposed to help people at risk of homelessness. Once again, those services were never provided. All of this has happened under Democrat leadership in a Democrat-run state, where these refugees, these migrants are coming to the United States. They are abusing our system. They are draining our resources that should be going to law-abiding, taxpayer-funded, tax-paying Americans. And this president is not going to put up with it anymore.
Caroline Levitt just has a way with ripping apart the media. What's a little sad about that is it's going over the media's heads. We're hearing these facts and refuse to report them. So as you guys know, Minnesota state employees blew the whistle on this whole thing. In September 2024, they reported on $500 million in fraud, Medicaid fraud, Feeding Our Future, Child Care Assistance Program, frontline worker bonus pay, Evergreen Recovery, unemployment benefits, of course, and as usual, SNAP benefits. The fraud was absolutely unbelievable. That's who Kamala Harris made her vice presidential nominee. And this is something the whistleblowers recently said. Tim Walz is 100% responsible for massive fraud in Minnesota. Huge credit to these people. They don't want to see their fellow Americans' money be defrauded and sent to Somalia to fund terrorist groups. We let Tim Walz know of fraud early on, hoping for a partnership in stopping, but no, we got the opposite response. Tim Walz systematically retaliated against whistleblowers using monitoring, threats, repression, and did his best to discredit fraud reports. Instead of partnership, we got the full weight of retaliation by Tim Walz, certain DFL members, and an indifferent mainstream media. It's scary, isolating, and left us wondering who we can turn to. In addition to retaliating against whistleblowers, Tim Walz disempowered the Office of the Legislative Auditor, allowing agencies to disregard their audit findings and guidance. Media and politicians supporting Tim Walz or the DFL agenda attacked whistleblowers who were trying to raise red flags on fraud.
Like they'll attack anybody that goes against their agenda.
Firsthand witnessed fraud and observed fraud happening, yet we were shut down, reassigned, and told to keep quiet, sometimes more. Leadership did not want to appear to discriminate against certain communities and were unwilling to take action, such as stopping fraud that would have had an adverse impact on their image. To date, no single agency leader has been held responsible for their role in fraud, whether It's Shireen Gandhi, Jez Gill, Jordy Harpstead, Natasha
Like
Murs,
Ilhan Omar.
Eric Grumdow, and others. It's a structure created and maintained by Tim Walz, who has created an environment of interrelated agencies and institutions, including the media, that help foster fraud through retaliation and turning a blind eye in exchange for political gain in the form of higher power agency leadership jobs or other perks. Fundamentally, Tim Walz is dishonest, lacks ethics and integrity, has poor leadership abilities, and has never taken any accountability for his role in fraud. Instead, Tim Walz deflects by blaming national politics for his own failings and distracts the public with invertebrate lying. These lies include his reference of a budget surplus under his tenure. Fact is, Minnesota never had a surplus. We'd been given federal ARPA funds that were conflated as surplus money. Otherwise, we'd be in a deficit. And those ARPA funds, which were meant to be temporary funds, were used to create more leadership positions for Tim Walz's buddies. As such, we can't fight fraud in Minnesota alone, hence why we're appealing to the federal levels of government. We need all the help we can get as Tim Walz's agency leaders have upped their brazen approach in covering up their knowledge of fraud. We are grateful to numerous solid politicians, especially the Fraud Committee and media outlets who are trying to halt fraud. We are also grateful to other whistleblowers who are bravely stepping up. This thing is getting crazier and crazier, ladies and gentlemen. Tampon Tim needs to go down.
You,
Thank you all
George.
very much for watching. God bless and goodbye.
Yeah. Stick a tampon, Tim. Tom Homer.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. And of course, here's
Democrats kept telling us the illegals weren't getting SNAP benefits and even called us liars for bringing it up. Now they're suing us for taking the SNAP they didn't get.
Here's your meme of the day, brought to you by 5mind.com. I've never seen such a weak, fragile ideology. Or I guess I've never seen such a fragile idea. Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. And of course, here's your meme of the day, brought to you by 5mind.com. I've never seen such a weak, fragile ideology. Or I guess I've never seen such a fragile ideology persist for so long. You know, it's kind of hard to wrap my head around. Considering all the inconsistencies, considering the constant, near weekly narrative collapse you would expect, the modern left as we know it at this point itself would collapse. Everything is based on a false premise or a lie. And now, once again, we have another lie being fully and utterly exposed after Joe Biden's failed Kabul, Afghanistan withdrawal, after that absolute disaster in 2021. The Democrat Party and the entire Democrat media apparatus, they told us straight to our face, don't you worry, we are carefully vetting everyone. And if you suggest that just because they're Afghans, there might be a terror problem or they might be terrorists, then you're a racist, a bigot. Even though these people were coming in fully unvetted, let's be totally honest, from a terror hotspot on the globe. No, you were a racist if you freaking questioned it.
You've been talking about this issue of the special immigrant visas for years, and you and I have been talking about it on this show for months. There are a number of other voices in the Republican Party that are already, whether on television or on tweets or whatever, starting to demonize Afghan immigrants, starting to talk about this is Biden's plan to put more Muslims in the country, starting to insinuate that these are
most of them are, though.
They're terrorists, et cetera, really rank bigotry.
But now, of course, we know that was a lie. It's been confirmed with the document drop that they actually had no idea who was even on the frickin' planes. These people were not vetted, and I think most accurately, they could not be properly vetted. How do you properly vet tens of thousands of people from a failed third world state? Well, the simple answer is you cannot. They didn't, and now the Trump administration once again is coming in to fix the mess that Democrats created. And of course, this is now the worst thing to ever happen. It's a constitutional crisis. It's fascist. It's racist. It's this, that, and the other. But of course it isn't. No, it's common sense. And we are done cowering in front of these leftoids. We don't care about your labels anymore. Racist, misogynist, fascist, this, that, and the other. No, your lies have been exposed. And this administration is going to do the right thing whether you like it or not. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that. We got some stuff to get into. So let's roll the tape. All right, folks. So Tom Homan, well, he just took it there. Take a look.
In these third world nations, they don't have systems like we do. So a lot of these Afghanistans, when they did get here and get vetted, they had no identification at all. Not a single travel document, not one piece of identification. And we're going to count on the people that run Afghanistan, the Taliban, to provide us any information who the bad guys were or who the good guys are? Certainly not. And many people need to understand that most terrorists in this world, most of them, aren't in any database. Unless they were found on a battlefield by DOD when they did a retina scan and did some biometrics there, unless you're part of a T3 undercover investigation, we don't know who they are. So, and the same thing with illegal aliens, that over 10 million that came across the border in Joe Biden. There's no way to vet these people. You think El Salvador or Turkey or Sudan or any of these countries have the databases or system checks that we have? Do you think the government of China, Russia, Turkey, you think they're going to share that data with us even if they did have it? There's no way to clearly vet these people, 100% that they're safe to come in this country from these third world nations. President Trump's doing the right thing, reviewing every one of these people that came under the Biden administration and drilling down on them. I really, truly think that most of them are going to end up being deported because we're not going to be able to properly vet them.
Quote, I think most of them will end up being deported because we won't be able to properly vet them anyways. And I think that right there is the uncomfortable that Democrats just don't want to accept, are willfully blind and ignorant towards, because they know it benefits them politically to import the third world's masses, giving them endless taxpayer subsidies, creating lifelong voters out of the uneducated masses. But the simple fact is, it's really a basic statistics problem. If you have all of these people coming from a terror hotspot of the world, well then X out of every 1,000 people will end up representing a threat to the nation, and likely at a disproportional rate from native-born Americans, a significantly disproportional rate. And this very clearly applies to Afghanistan, it applies to Somalia, and the idea that you would be able to properly vet every single individual coming through, it's just lunacy. It makes no sense. And the question that's being asked now from the Trump administration is, how the hell would you even vet people to begin with? You know, I understand if you're talking about the few people who have dedicated their lives, put their lives at risk to work with American interest in the region. I understand those individual cases, but we're talking in those cases maybe like a couple hundred people, maybe 1,000 at most. Obviously, it doesn't apply when you're simply loading up planes with military-aged men and flying them into the interior of America. It makes no sense, and Kristi Noem, I think, nailed the issue on the head with one simple question.
Well, we know that when Joe Biden left the White House, he left us with a 1.5 million case backlog in asylum claims. And individuals are required under a law and under policy to check in every single year when they have asylum in this country, and that wasn't being done. These individuals that were brought in and then vetted on information that was gathered by the Biden administration that wasn't thorough. And so now we're completely changing that since President Trump has been in the White House and since I've been at DHS. We're using biometric information. We're using those social media platforms and looking at what they're saying and doing and making sure that we have a government, when a country is sending us someone, we have a government that is stable in that country that can actually share information with us. How do we vet someone that comes from Afghanistan or Somalia or Yemen if they don't have a government that we can communicate with that will share information with us?
How exactly do you vet somebody that comes from Afghanistan or Somalia or Yemen if they don't have a government that we can communicate with that will share information? If they don't have the systems and the databases in place, they don't have the technology, well then the whole process is useless. And so the question becomes, is the potential threat worth it? My view, absolutely not. But then of course, here's where we encounter the next Democrat reaction, which is what we're seeing all over social media. The left immediately runs to the same old tired script. Oh, it's racist. The travel ban had nothing to do with terror in the region back in 2017.
Oh, I was
it
just
was a Muslim ban.
setting it up again because the stream crashed.
It's brown people. You know, it's the same thing, right? With this issue we're seeing with the Somali community in Minnesota. With shutting immigration doors to countries like Afghanistan and others. And now with the halting of over 2 million asylum claims.
The Trump
a couple of days ago. Yeah, it's because the IP address changed. I accidentally unplugged the router, so it changed, and I had to reset it in the app.
From the country. Now, the new directives do go beyond just Afghanistan. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services announced that all asylum decisions will be put on hold until every single person is vetted and screened, while the status of green card holders from 19 countries of concern will be re-examined.
Every time you make a decision that's against immigration, it's only brown people that can come into the country illegally. You know that, right?
Reduction, right? But they say this every single time. They said it about the
people are a bunch of
They said it
idiots.
about the original travel bans, but obviously this has nothing to do with that.
I don't want immigrant from Canada. I don't want immigrant from Europe. I don't want immigrant from Asia.
Policy failure in Afghanistan, his failed
We need to take care of our stuff
this
first.
permanent environment of heightened terror risk. Clearly, that's the most important issue, and obviously, it's not about skin color. Again, it's about simple statistics. You've got all kinds of different communities. You know, if it was about skin color or race, don't you think it would apply to all black people then? All black immigrants from every single country? I'm pretty sure there's more black communities than just the Somali community. Or on the issue of Islam or Muslims, it doesn't seem like there's a focus on Saudis or any other Muslim group. So obviously, the common denominator is not skin color, it's not religion. No, it's the statistics, it's the data. On the Somali issue, it's the mass fraud, the billion-dollar healthcare scams, and then sending those monies in remittance payments back home, with a lot of those dollars being provenly traced into the hands of terror organizations abroad, which, by the way, then funded a recruitment effort targeting 20-year-old Somali residents in America in the university system, trying to turn them into terror agents in the interior of the country. Obviously, it has something to do with the gangland warfare, are desperately trying so hard to dismiss.
Does Minnesota have a problem with gangs roaming the streets?
Every state has a problem with crime, but what the president has done here is taken a horrific crime that occurred in Washington, D.C., where one beloved Guard member is still struggling for his life, another was shot and killed, and the perpetrator, the murderer, is behind bars and being prosecuted. He took that case, and then he went 2,400 miles away to Somalia and somehow indicted.
Because you won't get reelected again without your Somalian refugees.
In my state, as well as later all naturalized citizens, 24 million people in the United States.
They're not Americans.
Of America. This is what he does, and he tries to stoke division and make people hate each other.
But she can dismiss it all she wants. She can pretend it doesn't exist, but at the end of the day, it's real. We've seen the numbers. We've seen the election fraud, the taxpayer fraud. We see the violence. We see the terror threat. That is the issue. And the president has absolute authority when it comes to this matter. And actually, speaking of that, I got this Truth Social post from the president. The Immigration and Nationality Act, Section 212, whenever the president finds that the entry of any aliens or of any class of aliens into the United States would be detrimental to the interest of the United States, he may, by proclamation, and for such period as he shall deem necessary, suspend the entry of all aliens or any class of aliens as immigrants or non-immigrants, or impose on the entry of aliens any restrictions that he may deem to be appropriate. And so that's it. That's the ball game. If the president looks at Afghanistan, Somalia, Yemen, whatever the country is, and says that we cannot reliably vet people from this region, or that large portions of immigration from those regions of the world are detrimental to the country when it comes to America's interest or national security, public safety, well, then he is fully within his power to shut that immigration pipeline down. And that is what he is doing. And that is not racism. That is the law. And it's common frickin' sense. It's the president's job to protect the homeland. And that's exactly what they're doing. And they're doing it logically. The only thing that's illogical is the left's response. This hair-pulling, crazed-eye claims of racism. Enough. Your labels have no more meaning. We're not interested in your scapegoating, your sob story narratives. You're pointing at the few good ones that supposedly justify the clear heightened terror threat that the totality represents. We're not interested. What this administration is doing is the only rational direction. It's time to shut it all down, to clean up the interior of the country, to go after the foreign gangs, the fraud rings, the terror cells. It's time to close the country's doors and focus for a while on the people of America, their safety, their prosperity, their future. It's time to end all this left-wing naive bullshit and get back to common sense policy that prioritizes the actual interest and safety of the nation. That's it. Nothing to do with brown people, nothing to do with racisms, and everything to do with logical, common sense, strategic policy. That's it. And that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
It's time for Lefties Losing It, and we're going to start at a place, a sad, miserable place that we have visited many times before, many times, and that is inside the head of Rosie O'Donnell. Driven mad, quite mad with Trump.
List of
Before James Gunn's DCU even began, there were strong rumors that Sasha Calle would return for her own Supergirl movie after The Flash. Some even dreamed of seeing her team up with Henry Cavill's Superman to fight villains like Darkseid or... Before James Gunn's DCU even began, there were strong rumors that Sasha Calle would return for her own Supergirl movie after The Flash. Some even dreamed of seeing her team up with Henry Cavill's Superman to fight villains like Darkseid or Brainiac. Sadly, it never happened. When the DC reboot began, Before James Gunn's DCU even began, there were strong rumors that Sasha Calle would return for her own Supergirl movie after The Flash. Some even dreamed of seeing her team up with Henry Cavill's Superman to fight villains like Darkseid or Brainiac. Sadly, it never happened. When the DC reboot began, Sasha's version was quietly dropped, and the role was handed to House of the Dragon star Millie Alcock. While Sasha's Supergirl was emotional, fierce, and full of pain, Millie's version is set to be colder, tougher, and more comic accurate, based on Woman of Tomorrow. Sasha represented diversity and heart. Millie represents Gunn's new beginning. So, who's the real Supergirl?
Nice parking yesterday, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I've never, actually that's not true. I have driven like a big truck like that U-Haul before, but I was like, well, it's embarrassing and it's over the line, but it's not like in the other person's way or anything, I guess. But maybe I should have taken the time to straighten it out. My Corvette parking was way worse. Oh my god, I like couldn't even believe it. I was like, how the f did I do that? Nice parking yesterday, by the way.
One of the few good things come out of Disney Star Wars.
I stand this morning with a difficult message. I believe we are in crisis.
What are they doing?
Uh-oh.
The distance between what is said
Shut it down.
and what is known to be true has become an abyss. Of all the things at risk,
uh-oh,
the loss of an objective reality
was that the Matrix?
is perhaps the most dangerous. The death of truth is the ultimate victory of evil.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
When truth leaves us, when we let it slip away, when it is ripped from our hands,
people trying to live their own truth.
we become vulnerable to the
Don't forget about that,
when
guys.
the monster screams the loudest.
I don't care if you have to cut power to the whole chamber. Get her off the air!
This
Damn.
chamber's hold on the truth was finally lost on the Gorman Plaza.
You're so good if the showrunners weren't the evil they're warning about. Is that it?
Yesterday. What
Oh,
happened
damn. They got her in Parliament.
yesterday on Gorman was unprovoked genocide.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Yes, genocide. And that truth has been exiled from this chamber. And the monster screaming the loudest, the monster Eve helped create, the monster who will come for us all soon enough.
It's Palpatine?
Emperor Palpatine.
Oh, I heard that guy was an asshole. Damn. They shut that bitch down. One of the few good things come out.
Stop resisting!
What are you moving from?
What for?
So we get your power out and power it.
Girls, what are you doing?
Stop resisting!
Just film me.
Oh, dickhead! Oh, you sprayed me in the eye as well.
You sprayed my kid. No. I've been ambushed. I have been ambushed.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
What for?
Where are you moving from?
What for?
So we get your power out and power it.
Girls, what are you doing?
Stop resisting!
Just film me.
Oh, dickhead! Oh, you sprayed me in the eye as well.
You sprayed my kid. No. I've been ambushed. I have been ambushed.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
What for?
Where are you moving from?
What for?
Everybody crossing my fingers right now. We're gonna see how this came out. This is the largest thing I've ever raccooned before, and it's just starting to rain, so we gotta grab this thing out. Dig it out of here. See what it looks like. Okay, see some color. I'm gonna reach down here,
Cool.
drag it out. What do you think? Woo! Look at that. Pretty happy with that. All right, check it out. This thing came out pretty good. Got a lot of nice color on it. Just kind of brushing off some of the soot. You can see this transition where we got this really nice purple, and then it fades down into like a gold, pink, nice purple on this tips. So looks like my glaze mixture was just about right, and it looks like it's got really good adhesion. I don't see it like want to rub off. Sometimes that'll happen on this copper matte glaze.
Wolverine is stronger without his adamantium skeleton. Let me explain. After Magneto forcibly removed the adamantium from Wolverine's body, his healing factor went through the roof, so intense. Wolverine is stronger without his adamantium skeleton. Let me explain. After Magneto forcibly removed the adamantium from Wolverine's body, his healing factor went through the roof, so intense, it nearly killed him. But when Logan regained consciousness, he noticed something strange. His feral senses were sharper, the pain in his body gone. Charles Xavier confirmed that the adamantium poisoning had been holding back the natural progression of Logan's mutation, and over time that truth became clear. Logan grew bigger, more animalistic, less human, more feral. His bone claws, thicker, longer, the largest we've ever seen. Without the metal weighing him down, Wolverine became faster. Stronger, less weight, less control, led only by instinct. This was his true form. Wolverine is stronger without his adamantium skeleton. Let me explain. After Magneto forcibly...
This saber-tooth. It's supposed to look close to a saber-tooth. He's more feral. Didn't get the adamantium put on him. Feral means wild.
If your Widowmaker is underperforming and not getting any kills, then here's the new quality of life change. Every time Widowmaker misses a scope headshot, the game now tracks it with this miss counter. At the bottom right side of her screen.
Yeah, it was Wolverine in another
the next
series.
time Widowmaker dies, she will be forced out of her hero, and the following message will appear above the icon in the hero selection menu. If your Widowmaker is underperforming and not getting any kills, then here's the new quality of life change.
Yo, what's up, kid?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, dude. I'm good. Yo, you got my money?
Oh, sorry, bro. I had to buy a new pair of rocker bottom shoes.
I'll get money to you next week. Is that cool, dude?
Hell no, that ain't cool, dude. Where my money? I need my money right now.
You don't have to be talking to me like that.
Nigga. Hey, man. I don't know what's going on, but you need to have my money right now. Empty your pockets, get my money right now.
Well, I thought we were cool. Why are you tripping?
Nigga.
This.
Hey, dude, forget that. If you don't have my money right now, I'm gonna put 3 hot ones in you right now, dude. Where my money at?
Now you threatening me?
Nigga!
Please.
Man, forget that, dude. You need to...
Listen,
nigga.
You'll get your money next week.
Nigga.
So quit acting like a bitch ass.
Nigga. Nigga.
Thanks, man. You my...
Nigga.
Wait, 24 and 17?
He
Wait, this
didn't
guy's
soak
stats
her.
aren't even
What?
crazy. Did I just watch him try to throw a spear at somebody through this wall? Ain't no way, right?
I love watching those. Well, should we try? Some rivals. Broke his tailbone. No.
Two, one. All you need to do.
Jeremy wants a breakstone on car? Huh. That'd be funny.
No matter how old I am, I can still take out any jumps. Need it a little boost. Thanks.
Oh. I was not expecting a Wolverine. Is this guy just like only waiting for me?
it, rush it.
Bye.
Chain on. He can show.
You go home, bye.
Support's dead. Chain go 50%. 50%. Oh. Negative case.
Hey, Kim, back you.
Dead man. I don't know.
Movement has out, kill. Has out.
One in beast. Dead in beast. They only have one. They don't have support now. Forget it.
You're amazing. I wish I could do what you do.
Nice.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
I say we go back to some Marvel. Yeah, I completed that quest in Where Winds Meets with the string down. Unfortunately, I don't want to like quit in the middle of it and have it like not complete. Oh. Sometimes, especially when I have a kiki baby. slept when she's babies. Mama, I love you. Mama, I love you. Oh, you trying to say that's what you said. I got you. How you doing? Hey. What do you want to sit up for? God bless you. Oh. Oh, okay. What do you want? What do you need? Need something? Need something? You like just gonna get down? Or what? Not kidding. You can't get down. Can't we? You can't we, man? Oh no. Okay. Okay, let's see. No, she's okay. Easy, brother. Brother.
Hi.
Oh no, everybody. What do you? Oh, we lost the Another soldier.
I pressed them. They might need more time if you want to double check.
I'm not anyone's sidekick. What I do is best done alone.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Only one team wins this. Try to make it yours. You're in the lead now. Try to make it last.
That's what I needed. Khonshu never rests. Leave them to Khonshu!
This is real firepower!
This should help. Target neutralized. Need one of these. That's what I needed. Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Yeah.
The moon! Armed and dangerous! You thought I was gone for good?
Nice try.
This is real firepower! Leave them to one of these.
And the Bucky finally turns around and kills me.
Armed and dangerous!
Watch me soar!
Again! Again! Again!
I got 3. That's all I wanted.
My mission isn't over yet. About time I got a shield.
Getting my...
Fire.
This should help. Not today. Jury! Executioner!
Double KO!
The moon! Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man! We're done here! 1,000 guns! This is real firepower! Never armed and dangerous!
End of the game! Yay! What? Is it 3 with 1 hit then?
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
Be wary. No timeline exists where Magneto yields.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
Huh?
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
The higher the pressure, the more dazzling the diamond.
Be wary. No timeline exists where Magneto yields.
Oh, I need another soda, buddy. Yeah, like half an hour ago. Why are you questioning me?
Round one,
Alas, we can no longer hide from the dangers that lie beyond our shores.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Have you made your decision yet, Namor? Do you stand with Krakoa? You are still a mutant, no matter where you dwell. Won't you deny your own people?
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
It is in the interest of all mutants that we succeed this day, and so we shall. Ah, much better. Unprotected.
All that thunder for
you shall not be harmed.
I'll catch you up.
I'm as flawless as they come, darling.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
A thousand gods!
Better stop that vehicle.
I was fine, thank you.
Oh, DB stink. Where'd Jeff go?
This queen's reign isn't over. I was fine, but thank you.
Never miss!
What the heck is happening?
This is real firepower!
Only 60 seconds left.
Whatever.
They hit a checkpoint.
Queen's reign
Now
isn't
might be a
over.
good time to stop them.
I suppose that helped.
Oh, William, really?
You did your part, I suppose.
I'm and reload.
Never miss!
This queen's reign isn't
Enjoy
over.
the amplifier!
Down to 30 seconds. Don't beat them another.
This is real firepower!
The final 10 seconds. Us against the world. The current score is 0-2. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
The higher the pressure, the more dazzling the diamond.
Round 2.
The mutants are in danger. The White Queen answers. Usually.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
What manner of creature are you?
None of your business.
When you enter my realm, I will know everything.
I'm
I'm never coming anywhere near your flarkin' realm. You can count on that.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I'll take a cosmic clash over fighting vampires any day. An opportunity for combat. Your mind is mine.
I was fine. Thank you. Now's the part where you thank me.
What the heck? Did they only push inside spawn? What in the world?
All they did was make me angrier.
Hey, Diddy! Enjoy the amplifier! This is real firepower!
Welcome to hell, night creature.
Follow the enemy!
What am I? Invisible?
Little late, but okay.
Us against the world! Nothing!
You can't be rid of me so easily. So much power. Time to use it.
What the heck is going on?
This queen's reign isn't over.
Hey, Diddy! Enjoy the amplifier!
Mental domination! Please for my bones!
This is real firepower!
Psychic shift.
can't be rid of me so easily, I'm afraid.
You are nothing!
Mental domination! Keep that up, Namor, and you may earn yourself a queen.
This is real fire!
Final score 3-2-2. Another epic victory! Big win!
Dang. 34 kids. We did it. Come on. Perfect. What you doing with that raccoon? Omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage.
Rivals Day by coming to It's your girl, Galacta. Welcome to my live stream.
Well, Mom said, no.
Dexter's laboratory. Omelet 2 fromage. Watch it. Alright, I gotta go to the bathroom. Yeah, yes. The doggy smudgers. No. Down. Girl. No. Before you go under. Help your eyes. She ran away from me. She ran away from me, babies. She went that way. Got too far away from me. Fine, I'll catch her when she's coming up to lay down up here. Can I get like 2 more sodas for later, so I don't have to get up? Just for later, so I don't have to get up. Oh, yeah. Dose. Trace. 4? Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, you'll be asleep. But the time I need anymore. Oh, okay. That sounds fun. It looks like a nice tree.
It is. It is a nice holding the daily
Hmm? Holding
well,
work?
it has like a cord and that was like dragging. Had to hold the whole entire tree.
Brown?
Could
Huh.
Wait, you know that gym class that I used to hate?
Right? Or
Not strike. I like that. It was
Shred?
it wasn't a gym. It wasn't that class. It was more like a homeschool.
Oh, homeschool group class? No, I don't remember. What?
Well, we went inside gym and I didn't like being away from
Yeah.
Now and I was like dragging it.
And now
So
you're
we're
better.
gonna do that on Friday, and I'm super excited for it.
Good.
It changes after like I know Vincent will be there.
Yeah.
I rode in the car 2 times before.
That's good. Yeah, 2 or 3. I can't remember how many times.
I think it was 2. I'm thinking 3 because Mom asked them to take me to the North Pole, but they didn't.
Yeah. They didn't take you this past time. You wanted to help Gigi out more than you wanted to go to your Nerf war. And stay with Mom a little bit too. Yeah, I know what you mean. Love you, buddy. Thank you. Gotta get new earpads for this. Alright. What do we want to watch? Now I have to take all my medicines, so. Can't watch that. That's horrible. Some fool shot that man's dog. What? What? Nice keyboard there, but have the water next to that keyboard. Cash off for character. Mm-hmm. She's inviting it upon themselves. Thank you. I don't need them right now. Well, I get milk and everything later. There, I guess. It's okay. Up in there. Silva. I know. What that little baby doing? I'm not going to sleep. She's wondering why she's awake, huh? Hmm? Gabe's in the bathroom. Hmm? A white guilt. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Suicidal, empathy. Yeah, that's what it is. They need to get over themselves. Thinking they're more important than they really are. Very smart. They are. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Young. Jet. Not plane. It's a jet. It's a jet. Dun, 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 dun. Bump. Talk now. Silver Surfer.
The Silver Surfer is far more powerful than you might imagine. He's one of Marvel's most versatile characters, capable of rivaling some of the most powerful beings in the universe, yet he rarely shows his full power. Do you know why? What if I told you he has enough strength to take on Thor with just one hand, manipulate pure energy, and even survive in the vacuum of space? But the most intriguing part isn't what he can do, it's what he chooses not to do. Want to uncover the secret behind this fascinating character? Then come with me. It all began on Zenla, a peaceful, technologically advanced planet located in the Deneb galaxy. Norrin Radd, the original name of the Silver Surfer, was an idealistic young man living in a world without wars, diseases, or conflicts. Sounds like a dream, right? But it was precisely that tranquility that made him feel trapped, as if he were destined for a monotonous life. He longed to explore the universe, discover new worlds, and experience epic adventures. Deep down, however, he never imagined his wish would be granted in such a dramatic way. One day, Galactus, the devourer of worlds, arrived on Zenla. For those who aren't familiar, Galactus is essentially a force of natura, cosmic entity that needs to consume planets to survive. When he appeared, the fate of Zenla seemed sealed. Seeing his home on the brink of destruction, Norrin made a courageous, perhaps even impulsive decision. He offered his own freedom in exchange for the safety of his planet. In other words, he said, "You can take me, but spare my people." Galactus was impressed by Norrin's courage and accepted the deal. But that wasn't all. He decided to transform Norrin into his herald, someone who would travel the universe ahead of him, scouting for planets suitable for devouring. To do this, Galactus bestowed upon Norrin incredible powers. He covered him with cosmic molecules that completely altered his anatomy, granting him superhuman abilities. These molecules are a form of pure energy that not only changed his body physically, but also expanded his mind and capabilities. And that's how Norrin Radd became the Silver Surfer, an almost immortal being with a dark mission. But here's an interesting tidbit. Initially, the Silver Surfer embraced this new life without much resistance. He was fascinated by his newfound powers and the freedom to explore the cosmos. However, over time, he began to question his loyalty to Galactus. He realized that he was aiding in the destruction of entire worlds, including innocent civilizations. This created a huge internal conflict within Himone that deeply shaped his personality and future choices. And it's precisely this conflict that makes him such a complex and captivating character. Let's talk about how his powers work. And believe me, they are far more complex than they seem at first glance. The Silver Surfer is not just a guy with a shiny board and metallic skin. He is a perfect combination of pure energy, advanced technology, and near divine abilities. So get ready to understand exactly how it all works. First, let's discuss that iconic silver skin. This armor isn't just for aesthetics or a striking visual feature, it's essential for his survival and power. The Silver Surfer's skin is composed of condensed cosmic molecules, a form of pure energy that Galactus used to transform Norrin Radd. These molecules completely altered his anatomy, making him virtually immortal. He can survive in the vacuum of space without needing oxygen, withstand extreme temperatures, whether it's the scorching heat of a star or the freezing cold of deep space, and endure devastating impacts like nuclear explosions or attacks from super strong beings such as Thor or the Hulk. In simple terms, his skin functions as an almost indestructible barrier, protecting his body from any physical or energy-based threat. But here's something many people don't know. The Silver Surfer's skin also has self-regenerative properties. If he suffers any damage, even something extreme, like losing a limb or being hit by a powerful weapon, he can quickly regenerate. This happens because the cosmic molecules in his skin are constantly reorganizing and repairing themselves. It's as if he were a living machine, always adjusting to maintain his physical integrity. Now, let's talk about that flying board everyone associates with the Silver Surfer. And yes, it's as amazing as it looks. The board isn't just a means of transportation, it's a direct extension of his own body. Made from the same cosmic molecules that transformed Norrin Radd, the board is mentally controlled by the Surfer. He can maneuver it with pinpoint precision, making impossible turns and traveling at absurd speeds, where talking up to 85% of the speed of light, depending on the situation. Additionally, the board can generate powerful force fields, serving both as a protective shield and an offensive weapon. In some stories, the Surfer has used the board to create shockwaves that knock down powerful enemies, or even to cut through gigantic objects like asteroids. Another fascinating aspect of the board is its ability to adapt to its environment. For example, if the Surfer is navigating through a dense atmosphere or facing extreme weather conditions, the board automatically adjusts its shape and density to ensure he keeps moving smoothly. And if he needs an extra boost, he can channel his own cosmic energy to increase the board's power, enabling it to perform even more impressive feats such as traversing alternate dimensions or withstanding intense gravitational forces. Furthermore, the Silver Surfer possesses an absurd level of superhuman strength. He can easily lift gigantic objects like mountains or small planets. His strength doesn't come solely from his physical muscles, but also from the cosmic energy that permeates his body. That same energy grants him extraordinary reflexes and agility, allowing him to react to events in fractions of a second and perform incredible maneuvers during combat. Imagine someone capable of dodging cosmic rays or intercepting supersonic projectiles. That's exactly what the Silver Surfer can do, and if you think that's all, you're mistaken. The Silver Surfer also possesses amplified mental abilities. Thanks to the cosmic molecules, his mind has been turbocharged to near divine levels. He can read thoughts, project illusions, and even manipulate the energy around him. In some stories, he has demonstrated the ability to alter matter-transforming objects or creating structures out of nothing. He can also unleash bursts of cosmic energy from his eyes or hands, capable of destroying mountains or neutralizing powerful enemies. These blasts aren't just destructive, they can be modulated for various purposes, such as healing wounds or disabling technological devices. And there's one more thing that few people mention, but it's super important. The Silver Surfer has a direct connection with the cosmos. This bond makes him sensitive to the energies of the universe, allowing him to understand the balance of things and even access ancient, profound knowledge. He can sense when something is disturbing the fabric of the universe, whether it's the arrival of a cosmic entity or the formation of a spatial anomaly. This connection also renders him immune to certain types of magic and mental manipulation, placing him on a level above many other heroes and villains. It's worth noting that the Silver Surfer is a kind of natural guardian of the universe. Even though his original mission was to help Galactus devour worlds, he developed a cosmic consciousness that made him question his actions and seek ways to protect the balance of the cosmos. He isn't merely a tool of Galactus, he's an independent being with a greater purpose. Now it's time to talk about something that often goes unnoticed, but is essential in making him one of Marvel's most fascinating characters: his intelligence and strategy. Yes, he's not just a powerful being with a flying board, he's also a brilliant thinker, capable of outsmarting opponents who are much stronger or more cunning thanks to his sharp mind. First, we need to understand that Norrin Radd, even before becoming the Silver Surfer, already had an incredible mind. He lived on Zenla, a technologically advanced planet where creativity and knowledge were highly valued. Norrin was a talented inventor, always seeking innovative solutions to complex problems. This intellectual foundation was amplified when Galactus transformed him into his herald. The cosmic molecules not only granted him extraordinary physical abilities, but also expanded his mental capacity to near divine levels. With this enhanced intelligence, the Silver Surfer can process information at absurd speeds. He can analyze complex scenarios, predict his enemy's movements, and make quick decisions in crisis situations. For instance, in various comic book stories, he has demonstrated the ability to formulate strategies within Second 7, anticipating the actions of super-intelligent villains like Doctor Doom or Galactus himself. It's as if he always has an analysis mode activated, allowing him to think several moves ahead like a grandmaster chess player. Moreover, the Silver Surfer has a deep understanding of the universe and its laws. He grasps scientific and mystical concepts that go beyond human comprehension. For example, he knows how to manipulate cosmic energies, navigate alternate dimensions, and even interact with abstract entities like eternity and oblivion. This connection to the cosmos makes him not only a powerful fighter, but also a brilliant strategist. He doesn't confront his enemies solely with brute force. He uses his surroundings, the laws of physics, and even the psychological weaknesses of his adversaries to gain the upper hand. A striking example of the Silver Surfer's tactical genius is his ability to face opponents much stronger than himself, such as Thor. Instead of relying solely on brute strength, he uses his speed, agility, and intelligence to disorient his enemies. He also knows how to exploit emotional and psychological vulnerabilities, something that few heroes can do so efficiently. Furthermore, his travels through the cosmos have transformed him into an unparalleled strategist. He's learned to adapt quickly to unpredictable situations, as when he faced the Devourer of Worlds. In that confrontation, he used his understanding of space-time to create a cosmic trap, proving that his mind is as powerful as his physical abilities. This kind of creativity is rare even among the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. Another crucial aspect is his complex morality. Although he was created to serve Galactus, he often questions his role and seeks ways to protect innocent civilizations. An iconic moment was his rebellion against Galactus to save Earth, where he coordinated efforts with the planet's greatest heroes. This strategic leadership and his courage to confront his own master show that he is much more than just a herald. Finally, the Silver Surfer is a cosmic philosopher. He contemplates profound themes such as the balance between creation and destruction, free will, and the meaning of existence. This depth makes him a unique character, transcending the idea of hero or villain. He is an almost mythological figure, bridging the gap between the human and the divine, and representing the struggle for meaning in a vast, indifferent universe. We've reached the end of this cosmic journey, and now it's clear why the Silver Surfer is so special. He isn't just a powerful being, he's a symbol of resilience.
Alright, I think I'm gonna call it a night on the stream anyway. Probably gonna play some more games, just not on stream. I don't like how it's reacting with Marvel Rivals. It's really impacting my FPS, so I gotta switch back a setting. So we'll just resume our stream tomorrow and call it a night here. So thank you everybody, God bless, and have a good night.